back in like middle school were the shit, bro.
I've never seen these shits in my life.
You are lying!
Animated horror stories? I've never seen these before.
Bro, there's no way. I need to find like a really good one. Okay, so 5 true babysitting horror stories animated, Rick. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's get it. You ever had a babysitter?
This is a story that took place when I was around 18
Nah,
years
but not when you were like legit a baby, but like a Vicky to Timmy type shit, where it's like you're like a kid.
Yeah, when I was like a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that
Some
like?
people who went to school with my older sister were my babysitters.
Oh, were they bad?
Eh.
Bro, you got someone who really grew up, bro. You got hit him up talking about fine shit.
Yo, what's good? Yo, what's up?
You know I've been.
Remember me when I was a kid, bro? Yo, that's so crazy. You're my babysitter and shit.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? I remember when you used to feed me out the bottle, yo.
Yeah.
I could feed you too, nigga. Feed you something big, milky. Alright, I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Years old, I still get the creeps just thinking about it. The mental trauma I endured from the horrendous depictions of what transpired several years ago still appear in my head from time to time.
Bro, sleeping on a
I
tarp.
currently see a psychiatrist to help ease the mental anguish, as I now have a tendency of spasming out during my sleep from the nightmares that manifest every night. It all started when I was in my freshman year in college. I was studying to be an accountant, which was relatively difficult.
You do not need all of this equations and shit in the background for a
Yeah, everybody is not studying to be an accountant, bro.
He's
Put
doing
that shit up for the fashion.
God, you got your math up for the fashion, bro.
Considering the overwhelming amount of math that went along with it. I worked a lot of jobs on the side, apart from doing school full-time, such as being a part-time cashier at a coffee shop located in the building of my school campus. Getting paid minimum wage obviously didn't suffice my financial situation, which is why I applied to various jobs online for the latter part of my downtime during work. Paying off student loans wasn't an easy thing for students coming fresh off high school like myself, which is why I would take any small gigs I could get my hands on, like mowing the grass or shoveling snow during the wintertime around my neighborhood.
Bro,
I even started babysitting for any close friends or relatives of mine. That's why I tended to ask around the family, and even went as far to ask my fellow colleagues, despite the obvious desperate aura I gave off. I realized that babysitting was the perfect gig for me, as it gave me the opportunity to focus on my schoolwork, while the kids were usually masqueraded in the background, playing their video games or were asleep in their beds. There was this one guy in my class named Jack, who I would usually do assignments and exam preparations with, who referred me to this one babysitting gig he was fond of. Hey, do you still need a babysitting job? Of course, dude. Do you have any? I do. My dad's friend has been asking around for anyone who wants to babysit his kids. Hell yeah. Sign me up, dude. Well, there's a catch. One of the kids is apparently older than us, like in his mid-20s.
He's not.
What the hell? Why would I babysit a grown man? Well, not to be rude, but he is a little cuckoo. I even remember babysitting for them one time, and
he is a little cuckoo.
An interesting experience. How so? He's just a weird individual. Imagine a 5-year-old in a grown man's body. That's how it was like, but at least his parents paid me pretty well.
True, ain't it, right?
How much? About $200 a night, plus tip if you did a great job, or if you make it out there alive. You still interested? Sure,
right,
dude.
You just go straight for the 5-year-old and 5-year-old's body. You make me sick. You make me fucking sick. That's why you can't be a babysitter, bro, because you're on the registry.
I am not registered anywhere, bro,
except for any extra income without too much interference in my schoolwork. Regardless or not, I ended up saving the details on my phone and began sitting through the rest of the class lecture till it was time for dismissal. I remember taking public transit when heading home.
What the fuck building is that?
A text asking if there was any demand for babysitting
services.
The fucking
plaid building. What the hell?
The number texted back asking who I was and how I got their number. I then responded with my name Matt and how my friend Jack referred me. The individual then asked if I could babysit for a duration of an entire weekend, which consisted of 3 days and 2 nights. I was honestly hesitant on taking the deal, but eventually came to terms with it, as the thought of $200 a night plus a tip was a bargain I couldn't turn down. When the day finally came to fruition, I made my way there by taking an Uber and getting dropped off at the address given. As I approached the front of the house, I could see a vague figure staring at me from behind the curtain of the window upstairs. I assumed that it had to be the older son.
Dude, a 5-year-old and a 40-year-old man's body just got severe autism and they're fucking treating him like a monster. Like, damn, bro, the horror story here is that he's on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, it's nice to meet you. Hey, listen, I left you guys around $200 on the kitchen counter.
Yeah,
just
nice.
In the dress?
Awesome,
Yeah,
thank you so much.
You see that shit in a dress?
Caked up in the dress is some attributes that not many people have, bro. That's some shit you gotta, bro. You just gotta applaud, bro. You just gotta soak that shit in.
Yes,
That's
sir.
Beautiful.
I'm sure you'll
That's
have a
art.
blast taking care of my children. Is there any other kids I should be introduced to? Yes, of course. Here's my youngest son, Timothy. And our oldest son, Charles, he's probably
That kid looks like he watches
TV or
Mr.
something.
Beast and
Charles,
Ninja.
Oh my god.
come
you can
downstairs
tell,
and say hi to your babysitter.
Me no like strangers.
Me no
Get
like
down here
what is
or
this,
else you're
like a
grounded.
caveman?
What the fuck horror story is this?
I don't know.
Me no like strangers.
I don't know.
What script is this?
I've never seen a horror shorts party. There's this one YouTube channel who used to make these...
Like, oh no, I gotta babysit a fucking autistic guy. Me no like strangers. Like, alright, bro, come on.
I've never seen this guy's channel.
What the fuck script is this?
But there was this one channel back in the day. I don't remember its name, but it literally made horror stories that had millions on millions on millions of views, and I don't know why they didn't pop up. I might just need to look up like Dwayne and Jazz, you know, their reactioners who used to like they would always watch them, bro. I fucking love.
Sorry for the inconvenience, Matt. You'll eventually run into him. He's usually more friendly when you get to know him. That's all right. I just hope he doesn't mind my company. That's when the dad and mom abruptly zone out, as if my statement had triggered a gaunt emotion. I was a little puzzled at their stare, as it legitimately looked like their souls had left their bodies. That's when the dad snaps out of it and says, I think you guys should be fine. Me and my wife need to go and celebrate our anniversary now, okay? Just don't forget to fill the Chihuahua's dog bowl when it's empty and call me if you need anything. Alright, Matt? Okay, sir. Throughout the day, I spent the latter part of my time studying and working on school assignments, while the younger son, Timothy, played video games on his PlayStation console in the living room. I found it quite peaceful, as the son didn't require much maintenance, nor did the other son, who was allegedly still upstairs in his bedroom. As the sun began to set, I couldn't help but fix myself a sandwich, as my stomach began to rumble.
Kids, bro?
I remember asking Timothy if he wanted me to fix him something, but
the fuck
it was
is he
pretty
eating,
evident
potato
that he
chips?
was too invested in his video game, while
Or
simultaneously
just laid out
chomping
potato
on the bag of
chips
he
flat
had
on a
sitting
plate.
next to him.
Yeah, that's crap.
That's
Oh, I
when
was
I moved to
right.
the kitchen and began spreading peanut butter and jelly on a slice of bread on the counter. I then saw a family portrait sitting next to the window sill
Yeah,
of
help
the kitchen.
yourself, asshole.
I noticed it was a picture of the parents, Timothy, and
Yo,
of course
that
their
kid
older
is
son,
weird,
Charles,
yo. That man
who happened
Charles
to
is
skyscrape
getting
over the
weird.
entire
Dude, you
family
know, it's
for how
actually
tall he
fucking
was.
nuts.
I was a bit taken.
I can't tell if he's wearing a t-shirt or if he's wearing like a hospital gown. If you keep your fucking autistic son in a hospital gown around the house, like,
you're actually the worst.
that's
man.
crazy,
I've
dude.
never
Like, the horror story here is that they treat their son with neglect.
taken aback that now I was faced with the responsibility of taking care of a grown man of his stature.
Yeah,
How would
he
he even be
older and
40
a lot
years
bigger
old,
than I
bro,
was.
when they have
Wait,
a young
As I sat in
kid?
the kitchen, I
Yeah,
began to
actually,
see
yeah,
my
guy-
The guy said he's like a 5-year-old in a 40-year-old man's body.
Yeah, that's insane. I ain't gonna lie, gang. These parents gotta be at least what, like 80 now. But that
Yeah,
the math
bro,
don't
they had
math.
they had one kid when they were like 18, they had another kid when they were like 35.
Yeah,
Like what?
the fuck? That's
That doesn't even look like the same wife, bro.
Yeah, God,
She looks fucked up in that
who is
picture in
this
the water,
nigga,
bro.
Who is? Yeah, who even
That's
is
the
this?
Mr. Beast. I actually don't know who that is. She
That's
doesn't
not
look the
Mr.
same in any of
Beast.
these pictures.
That's fucking.
This animation is fucked up.
Yeah.
portraits,
God.
except the majority of them had another younger boy in the photos. That's when I began to head back to the living room and couldn't help but ask Timothy who the other boy was in the family portraits.
Oh, the
Timothy
white-haired
then
one.
responds with, "His name was Max, and he was my older brother who passed away. I'm sorry to hear that. If you don't mind me asking, how did he die?"
Oh, dickhead.
Apparently
Yeah,
my
crazy thing to
Rottweiler
just
bit him to
ask.
death while my parents were out of town, which is why they had to give him away and get a Chihuahua. Oh my god. I'm
What?
so sorry.
No.
If I tell you something, do you promise not to tell anyone? Yeah, of course. What is it, kiddo? I don't believe it was the dog. I believe it was Charles that killed him. Why do you say that? Because he's a spoiled brat and I hate him. Why do you hate
How
him?
you talk about me?
Leave us alone, Charles.
Me no like him, and me no like you.
Hey,
Me
it's
no
finally
like him
nice
and
to
me no
meet
like
Charles.
you.
My name is Matt.
No, it's not. Your name is liar.
No, Charles, my name is Matt.
You liar. You believe him and
They
They
don't believe
literally
me.
keep him in a
Charles,
fucking
I think you
hospital
believe
gown.
Okay? That's when Charles made his way back to his bedroom
Damn, he kinda
upstairs
stopped.
while intentionally pounding his feet on the staircase and yelling stuff like,
You let Doggy kill baby Max. That's why he died, you liar.
I then offered to play video games with
Now they're on
Timothy,
Xbox?
while Charles began making obstructive
Yeah, right?
noises like banging his fists against the wall. I was honestly terrified, but I tried disregarding it, as I wanted to comfort Timothy, who was visibly upset and shaken from the whole confrontation with Charles. The time was around 12 in the morning when it was time to head to bed. I remember tucking Timothy in his bed sheets, and then discreetly walking past Charles's bedroom,
couch pillow,
in which I could vaguely see him staring at me through the small opening of his door. Hey Charles, do you need me to get you anything before bed?
Yes. Me want you go get cup of Timothy's blood.
What?
Sorry, Charles, I can't do that.
What the fuck is going on here, bro?
Your blood then.
Charles, please stop joking.
Me want to drink your blood. Me want you to go get cup of Timothy's blood.
Revenge.
Who wrote this shit, bro?
Me want revenge for Max.
Oh, he's up.
Charles slammed his door on my face, as his intimidation had me shaken to my core, as I began stumbling to the guest room in fear. I then crawled under the bed sheets and honestly couldn't help but think of what Charles meant by revenge for Max, and why the hell he would ask for a cup of mine and Timothy's blood. Nonetheless, I disregarded the bizarre encounter and began watching some movies on the television to hopefully lull myself to sleep.
Got a dildo as
About an hour
remote?
later, I had awoken from my sleep from a loud thud in the hallway. I decided to check my cell phone for the time. That's when I saw about 100 missed calls and texts from the parents of the boys. I was a bit annoyed at myself, as I could tell that they'd been trying to reach out to me since their initial departure, but my phone was irresponsibly on silent. I then scanned through the messages and could see texts saying stuff like, "Don't forget to give Charles his meds before bed," or "Please find the meds sitting by the kitchen table. He needs to take 2 tablets before bedtime every day." That's when I immediately sprung up from my bed to head to the kitchen. As I opened my bedroom door, I could see—
Yo, Rick. Yo,
what
Rick.
the fuck, dude? Like, what are we doing here, bro?
Yo, Rick.
Who wrote this shit, bro? Like, I need to be banned from YouTube.
Think of Rick fucking Timothy. 3,000
Yeah, what the
pieces,
fuck,
bro.
dude?
Charles standing next to Timothy's
Me
bed,
need cup of Timothy's blood.
I could also
Shut up,
see the walls and
you big
ground of the
bitch.
hallway smeared and stained as
You
well,
wanna say that to his
as it
face,
honestly
though?
looked like a bloodbath or a scene
On God, I
from the
will.
horror movie The Shining. Charles, what the hell happened? That's when Charles gave me a sinister smile, with blood all over his
Bro,
mouth.
on God.
I began to zoom past
like-
him and into Timothy's bedroom. I then saw Timothy laying on his bed,
Yo, and the
with half of
chihuahua.
his face
Yeah, what
obliterated,
the
and his
hell?
chest cavity
How
opened
did
up,
this nigga
as
do
if a stray dog
this?
had viciously tore his limbs to shreds. His internal organs were scattered all over the bed, while his
And
bed
okay,
sheets
so
were
this kid did this to his last brother, right? And the
Whoa,
parents just
whoa,
went,
the dog did it to his last brother, pal.
Alright, come on, let's be real.
This is revenge.
A dog ain't doing all that, bro. Doggy ain't doing all that.
This is revenge, bro.
completely soaked in blood.
How
I
the
noticed
hell?
the
Why the
chihuahua
hell
was sitting
did
next
the,
to Timothy's
did the
remains,
parents even
while
keep
whimpering
him? Though?
heavily,
Why did they
as
keep
if it
this
was just
kid
as
and, like,
appalled
not
as
put
I
him
was.
into a
So it was the dog, bro.
Dog ate him.
Oh.
The dog definitely did not eat.
The dog ate them. This shit's so bums.
So buns, man.
Get this shit out of here, bro.